So yes. What's going on, Poe Report? What's going on, Poe Report? So right now we have a special guest in the building. She just went viral, and she has a story to tell. So I want y'all to give it up for Tiffany Lee, the mother, the daughter's mother. I'm sorry, Faizon Love, daughter, right?
Correct, yes.
Correct. The daughter, the mother of Faizon Love's daughter. So how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Nice for you to be aboard.
Yes, thanks
This
for
is
joining.
Coco Key, and this is my host Coco Kish. How you doing today?
Hey, we in here. Hello, hello. Glad to have you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so you're the
Okay.
daughter. I thought you were the mother. You're the daughter.
No, he's the. I might have said it wrong. She's the baby mother with Faizon
Okay.
Love, or baby Faizon
Okay.
Love. Yeah. The baby mom. Faizon Love's baby mom. Yeah,
Faison
we have her.
Love's
Yeah,
ex. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
So all right, so let's get to it. So how did you and Faizon meet, by the way?
We actually met at one of his comedy shows back in 2017 that I attended with a friend of mine. So, yeah, that's how we met at his comedy show.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So you was backstage.
No, I was in the I was just in the audience, and when the show concluded, uh, when I was heading out, he had one of his security guards come out to get me. Actually, my friend and I were almost already outside, and the security guard walked up to me and he said, "Hey," and I looked around. I said, "Me?" And he said, "Yes." He said, "Mr. Love would like to see you." So I said, "For what?" And then he said, "Oh, he just wants to talk to you." So I looked at my friend, and my friend said, "Go." And I said, sure. And she said, "I'll go with you." So she ended up going with me. And we went upstairs. I guess upstairs is where the comedians go after they finish performing.
Mm-hmm.
And I went upstairs. So my friend was with me, my friend and her boyfriend, actually.
Oh,
Um,
you was third wheeling that night. Okay.
yes, I was.
Okay. So was you attracted to him when you were like, you want to talk to me? Huh? What?
Not, I was not. And actually at the time when she asked me to go to the show, I didn't know that Big Worm and him was the same person. I didn't know. No.
So
I just
You
knew
didn't
so so
correlate the
myself.
two.
Pardon?
I said you didn't correlate the two.
I did not know.
are you
I
in
Love
your
it.
are you in your 30s, right?
I am now, yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she was probably a little young at the time. She ain't know about
Oh
Big Worm.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay,
I
all
knew the
right.
other movies, but just not Friday. Like I didn't know that it was the same person until
Okay.
he got up on stage, and then they announced that Big Worm from Friday, and then that's when I was like, oh, okay. No, okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's
Right.
up.
Yes.
So okay, so basically you went backstage, you met him and everything, and then so what went on after that?
So he first asked me where I was from, if I was from Florida, and I told him where I was from, and then at the end of the conversation, he asked me for my cell phone. He said, "Can I see your phone really quick?" And then I handed it to him, and he said, "Can you unlock it for me?" And so I unlocked it, and he called himself from my phone. So that's how he ended up getting my number. And then he stored his number in my phone as my husband.
Oh wow. Okay. He was putting on. All right.
I guess.
He was trying to get you, girl.
Yeah.
And you were so
So how long?
young.
How old were you?
I think I might have been about 20. 27 or 28 at the time. One of those
Okay.
ages. Yeah, I was in my late 20s.
So honestly, tell the truth. Were you a little starstruck at the time? Is that what kind of brung you to kind of talk to him and get his number and go out with him?
Um, Not necessarily. Because I know. I mean, I've had encounters with quite a few celebrities.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was kind of just like he stored his number in my phone, but I didn't know what he did until he texted me. So I didn't know
Okay.
that. Yeah,
oh.
I didn't know that his number was. He had my number, and I did not know that his number was stored in my phone until he texted me.
So the way you ended that night, he wasn't like, "All right, girl, I'm gonna call you." It was you just like, "Okay, here's my phone back. Bye."
Yes, he didn't say anything.
Surprises.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long did it take for y'all to basically start sleeping together then?
Um, Slept. Like it happened one time.
One
um,
time, one and done.
that is correct. Yes. It was a year later, like in 2000, the following year, 2018.
Oh,
So did he wine
2000.
and
Okay.
dine you? Did he wine and dine you? How did he get you, girl?
Well, he was really nice. I honestly, I'm not really a social media person. I've never really been a part of social media that much.
Okay.
So I wasn't really aware of his character at that particular time. I kind of went off of what he showed me. When I did spend time with him and when he was in Florida. He was really nice. He was very sweet. He was very generous. He would offer to buy me things. He wanted to take me when he was back in Florida. He wanted to take me to the mall because he wanted to buy me like some sundresses he wanted me to have on when we went to the beach. But I was kind of
Oh.
like turning it down because I was like, no, it's okay. And I didn't want to really come across as like a gold digger or anything like that. Um, so yeah.
Girl, a sundress ain't no gold digger, girl. That was him being nice, okay? Gold digger,
Yeah.
Chanel. We talking about Chanel bags, okay? That's what we talking about.
Yeah.
Gold digger stage. Sundress, that's light work.
Yeah. But
Let him buy
other
you
stuff.
that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, just I was kind of just saying it's okay, like with everything that he was offering. I was like, no, it's okay. I kind of just wanted to get to know him for
Okay.
him. Yeah.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So,
So,
so
okay.
they said he was driving a 1999 car. Was he driving that at the time when you seen him? What the hell was the nigga driving?
No, he was driving a Ram truck. It looks like it was a Ram. It's a black truck, and that's usually the truck that he drives when he comes to Florida and pick up our daughter. So I know he has like a ancient BMW or Benz or one of those cars, but that's not the car that he drives around.
Oh, that's not the car drive. Okay, okay, okay.
No. I don't know if he
I don't know.
switched ownerships of that vehicle that he usually drives. But that's always the vehicle that I have seen him in. The I just was able to see the 1999 vehicle that he has in his garage when I went to Vegas.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So that's basically. So you saying that's basically an old school the nigga keeping his garage and shit.
That's correct. Yes, I think it's a
Oh,
collectible. I don't really think that he that's his only source of transportation because I've always known for him to have that black truck.
okay, okay. So basically, so we're gonna get. I don't know what happened to my host here, but all right. So we're gonna get down to the sleeping shit. So it took you basically, goddamn, uh, basically the first time to sleep with him unprotected though. So did you know what was unprotected? How did this go down? Like, you feel me?
Well, I know it's a very uncomfortable topic, but I've already
Yeah, yeah.
discussed it. So it's not like it's unheard of at
Yeah,
this
and I
point.
know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut you off, but I know you already discussed it. But we might have some viewers on our channel that might not have seen what you said and would love to, see what was going on. You feel me? Because you weren't attracted to him. So what? Why did you want to sleep with him?
Well, I wasn't physically attracted to him in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, like I said, it was about a year later when he wanted me to fly out. Well, he invited me to come out to Georgia. He was in Georgia at the time. I think he was filming for, he told me that he was filming for some movie series.
Yeah.
So yeah, it happened, unfortunately. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. So what made so how did the unprotected sex happen and shit? You feel me?
Well, so Faizon wasn't opposed to having unprotected sex when we
Yeah.
first started. And I asked him when, while we were in the bed, well, the lights were off, and I asked him
The
where
light
the
was off.
condom was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I asked him where the condom was, and then he said, "Oh yeah, okay, well, hold on." And he got up. He had a desk that was near his bed, so he went inside of the drawer, and then he put it on, or what I thought at the time was a condom. And
Right.
so before I, started, I felt it, but of course I couldn't see it because it was dark. But I did feel the ridge, like the ridge of the condom, or so I thought. So after we finished, it was a little like moist down there. So I went to the restroom, cleaned off. He was still laying on the bed, and that's when I turned the lights on, and I asked him, and I said, I looked at it, and I said, I walked up to him, and I took it off, and I said, "Where's the condom part?" And then he said, "Oh, that's a dick ring." And at the time, I didn't
He said
know.
what? He said
It's
what?
like a dick ring, like a DICK ring.
A
Yeah.
ring.
Mhm.
So he played you for the okie doke. Was it good?
But at the time, I didn't
Did you
know.
enjoy it? Did you enjoy having sex with him?
Um,
Was it enjoyable?
I would. I think it lasted a little too. Like, I didn't really get to get into it like that because it was fairly quickly.
Oh,
Like, it
he
ended
pulled a
fairly quick.
quickie. He
Yeah, it was
pulled a
very quick.
quickie.
um, and so he said it was a dick ring, and I said, "What's a dick ring?" At the time, I didn't know what it was. So he said, "Oh, it's supposed to keep you hard longer. It's supposed to keep the erection on longer." But apparently, it didn't work, and he was really comical about it. And so he started laughing, and I was a little upset, very upset, because the initial thing that went through my mind was like a disease.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because I figured I was just a regular person. I was actually just starting my job. I hadn't started it yet. I was just starting my job probably like a week or two later. And wait, had I started? I think I might have just started it at the time. Yeah. So I was just a regular person, and I couldn't really I couldn't really think of a reason why he would want to just do that to a regular person unless there was a different motive, maybe like passing on a disease, kind of like what you see on TV. So pregnancy wasn't initially the thought in my mind. I was more so concerned about a disease. And so I asked him, and I said, "Do you have HIV or anything else that I should know about?"
You a little
And
too late now, honey. You too late. Well, what's the point? What's the point? You got it now.
Yes, that is correct. But I think it was just the first thing that came to mind that I wanted to ask him. And he was very comical. He started laughing, and he said, "No, of course not." And he told me he was sterile. He told me that he couldn't have children because, at that point I said, he said, "Oh, I can't have kids." And
That's what he played. Wow.
that's
He
what he
tried to
told
play you for the
me.
okie doke.
He told me he couldn't have children, and I believed him because after doing research, I did discover that he did not have any children. So yeah, that's
Damn.
what happened.
So he was trying to impregnate you, girl. That's what he wanted. He said you was gonna be his baby mama.
How
That's
you
what
know?
he
Well,
How you
said.
know? How you know she wasn't riding that motherfucker and he ain't say get up and she just laid there and she ain't get up off that motherfucker. She just said I'm gonna keep nigga
uh,
shit. Fuck that. You feel me? She might have wanted.
You
She might have wanted to left dripping out that motherfucker that day. She might have left. You know what I'm saying? Females like a little cream pie now and again. God damn it, I know. Shit.
no, no.
Yeah,
Tiffany, that's not
shit.
what happened, right? No.
No,
Yeah,
No
the Lord
you
females
is
don't
look
my
like
like a
no cream
little.
pie.
the Lord is my witness on everything that I'm telling you guys right now. The Lord is my witness. And I don't think as a matter of fact, I'm pretty positive that he was not trying to trap me, because I do believe that he was under the impression that he could not have children since he hadn't
Right.
had any. And then he told me the story about how he was married for X amount of years and his wife never conceived
So you was a lucky
when they were
one. You
together.
was a lucky. You got lucky, huh?
I wouldn't necessarily call it lucky, but however, I do love my daughter. She's amazing. She's such a sweet girl, and I do love her. So I don't regret my daughter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just where did the
Mm-hmm.
shit stains come into the play?
Well,
Well,
yes, I think there was like a misconception about his hygiene and me being aware of his hygiene, because I can understand why people would think that I probably didn't have any integrity knowing that he had bad hygiene and still sleeping with him. But that wasn't the case because Faison always smelled good. He wears cologne, so he smelled good, but the
wearing
smell.
cologne don't mean you clean. He just that's covering it
Right, and
up.
that's true.
Uh-uh.
And
No,
then
you need to take a
before
bath.
well, before the whole scene happened, he did take a shower actually.
Oh, he
Yeah,
did.
he took a shower, yes. And I took a shower before him. He took a shower after me.
Okay. Oh,
Um
so you knew it was going down. Okay. Uh-huh. All right.
well, it was time for bed anyway. So, you take
Okay.
a shower. I take showers before bed too.
Right. Okay.
So either way, I was going to take a shower.
Okay.
So and he took a shower, so I wasn't expecting, him to smell. But of course, it's hard to reach certain places when you're a certain size. So I'm thinking that's where that came from. No,
So he
I'm
need
not
one of
trying
those
to
Yeah.
be.
extra. He need a hand reach, an extra hand
That's
reach.
why
You
you
should get
gotta
him that for
help the big
Christmas.
nigga. You gotta get under them rolls, baby.
I mean, I would not have mind if I would have known, but it caught me by surprise in the mist, and it was very, very brief. So, I
Oh.
think I mean, we've all been intimate, and when you're sexual, I don't know if it was because he started sweating or what it was, but there was a stench that I smelled.
Was, was that your first
First
fat
of all,
boy?
Dylan, yeah, is that your first one, right? Because
It was, yes. It was something
really,
new for sure, yes.
okay. Because me and Dylan, if I ever dealt with somebody big like that, that would go through my head like, oh, he's gonna smell. Like I can't do this. That's no, it's
You
not
just want to
happening.
know. I want to know where the shit streaks came into the play. When did the nigga have shit on the damn? You
This was
feel me?
after. This is after he told you it was
Mhm.
the ring and all that.
Yes. So the next morning when we were getting up, he had white sheets, by the way. And we were getting up the next morning,
This nigga had white sheets.
and he sat at the edge of the bed. And he was on the phone, and then he got up. He was completely nude, and he got up, and when he got up, that's when I seen it.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I would have ran. I would have ran.
And I
So,
asked him
so
what it was. Well, okay, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. I didn't see it immediately when he got up, but when I went on that side, that's when I seen it, and of course he was sitting there. So, and I asked him what it was, and then he said it was ASS.
That nigga said,
He admitted to
"It's your
it.
ass, baby."
That's what he said, and
Hey,
he thought it was funny. He was laughing about it, and I was laughing about it too. Like I couldn't stop laughing. Like I thought it was pretty hilarious, and gross at the same time. But he made it funny by the way he responded.
man, what the hell? So he
Hell
ain't even
no.
try to listen. I would have been embarrassed. I'd have been the whole day would have
Mm-mm.
been awkward. You would have seen, and you know a nigga shitty if you just get out the goddamn shower and the shit is shitty. You
And you
feel me?
still got, yeah, you still got residue on you? Nah.
That nigga got out the shower. Damn.
Nah,
So
that's not a
that
good
was a
look.
crazy experience. So did you when you went home, did you tell your friends like, yo, this nigga done shot my club up and Annie was shitty as hell? That was a whole goddamn night. Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't tell anyone about the poop streaks. However, I did tell like my best friends what had happened. Because I was
Yeah.
more so concerned about a disease. Pregnancy
Yeah.
it wasn't the initial thought. I was more so concerned about something I wasn't going to be able to get rid of.
Yeah. That's the thing. Um so there was a time when Faizon did he ever ask for a DNA test or anything and say I need to get this baby tested to see if it's mine?
I actually offered after he denied paternity.
Yeah.
I offered for him to take a invasive prenatal paternity.
Yeah.
Because when I initially told him that I was pregnant, I was at the hospital, and before I got discharged, I called him, and I told him I was pregnant, and I said, "Well, I thought you said that you couldn't have children," and then he said, "Well, I didn't say that I couldn't have children. I said I don't have any children."
Yeah.
And then I said, "Well, Faizon, that's not what you told me." And he also said, "Well, that's great news. If it's a boy, can we name him Poncho?" So I was a little confused. I was like, why would he respond that way? Because I already had 3 children. And I was a single mom. And I really didn't want to have any more kids. If it wasn't going to be by my husband.
Right.
So
So
yeah, yeah.
did you think you was gonna be with him having his kid?
No, that wasn't my hopes. Because I didn't like what had happened. I was still communicating with him after that because of course I found out that I was pregnant. But I just didn't like the way that I got pregnant. It should have been something. I always feel like unprotected sex should be consensual on both ends. But I take full accountability because it was my responsibility to make sure that he had it on. It was my
Okay.
responsibility because I was a mother and I had three children at home, so I should have been more responsible in that regards.
Right. So Faizon is say if Faizon just happens to get on the podcast or anybody else's podcast for this matter, he'll say that he did the okey doke. He'll admit to that shit. You think so? Or he'll say we just ain't used the motherfucker. Fuck it. You feel me?
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure because he's not always truthful, so his word isn't really credible. So I don't really
Right.
know if he would admit to that. But God
Okay.
knows, the Lord knows, yeah. So God
So he
knows.
was arrested for not paying child support. So he wasn't paying anything at all. Like since 2000, since the baby was born, he wasn't paying anything.
No, he did. He did make a few payments. And there were some garnishments, but he He's also responsible for my attorney's fees, because the judge ordered him to pay for my attorney's fees due to the
Yeah.
fact that he was not compliant with the court orders. So the case drug out a lot longer than it really needed to. Yeah. And initially I was not going to seek child support, but it was due to the fact that he was denying paternity. He was refusing to take a paternity test. Um, and he is the one that said F you and that ugly baby, let's go to court. So I ended up pursuing legal.
Then so does he see his kid?
He does, yes.
He did. Okay.
Yes.
Is he at least a good father? Can you give him that or not?
I will say that he does pick her up. I'm not going to take away from anything that he does as a father. I do give him a little grace because he doesn't have any children. So I do
Yeah.
give him some grace when it comes to parenting. However, I'm not too favorable of the structure that he has inside of his household. I don't like it.
So, cause he can say the same. He can say the same. Cause not everybody agrees with the other parent's household. You know what I mean? I know I don't agree with my son's mom's household. She probably don't agree with mine. You know what I mean? But do that make us bad parents though? You feel me?
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
you
no, of
know.
course. Yeah.
So yeah. But I seen but did he pay the child support or no? He wasn't paying any.
No, he was. He. So with Faizon, everything is transactional with him. It depends on how he feels. If he's in a good mood and I'm having conversations with him and we're getting along, then he
Yeah.
will. He will do for his daughter and he will pick her up. But whenever he and I are not on good terms, he doesn't come around at all.
So he still wants to be with you then.
Pardon?
He wants to be with you? That's what it sounds
Um,
like if he's playing those kind of games. Usually when a man wants to be with the woman, they're gonna take it out on the child and vice versa with the woman with the man too. So it's like, oh, I'm not gonna pay you until you do X, Y, and Z.
Well, I can't really speak on. I'm not at liberty to say because I don't really know what his intentions are.
Uh-huh.
But just from his actions, I don't want to speculate anything. But he is definitely hot cold. His involvement depends on our communication.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't really know what to say. He's not consistent, I would say. He's not
With the
consistent.
pain. Okay.
And yeah, and
Sometimes,
also
but some. Okay, keep going. I'm
pardon?
sorry.
I'm
Keep going.
sorry,
I'm
what were
sorry.
you Oh no, I was no, I forgot. I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay. But sometimes when you were hustling, when you in this acting game, the money come and go. You know what I'm saying? But I
It's not
seen
as
too where he
consistent. Yeah.
did he pay you $1,600 or $1,500, $16,500 in 2023?
Yes.
Okay. So, but after that, that was the last payment he made.
Yes, well, he was behind, and then also, when his wages get garnished, the attorney also gets what is owed to them or owed to him. Um,
Yeah.
when the wages are garnished because they are garnishing some wages whenever he's not willingly paying. But so yeah, he's kind of hot cold. She was born in 2019.
Yeah.
So for the first year, definitely he was denying paternity, and I sent him some swabs when he was living in Vegas, and he
Yeah.
promised to have it tested, but he never got it tested. He was giving me the runaround for it, to get these swabs tested that I sent over to him.
But he eventually got it, you said.
Well, when he received the court documentation in the mail, I figured that he probably realized that I wasn't bluffing. Because he told me that the reason why he did not believe that she was his daughter, because first he thought he was sterile, and secondly there was some woman that he was dealing with, I believe at around the same time,
Oh, wow.
and that told him that she was pregnant also. And when they ended up going to the doctor, I think he said she was about 4 or 5 months pregnant, and it ended up being the baby of her ex-boyfriend. So I kind of got what she created, like,
Oh,
those
okay.
were
So
her doings. That wasn't me, but he treated me as if it was the same situation, that I was lying about the pregnancy,
Right.
that it wasn't his, and so yeah.
Right.
So when he received the court documents, he knew that, okay, this woman, she's serious. This could potentially be my child.
okay, did you end up telling Faizon that you wanted him to pay $5 grand a month or 40 grand up front just to cut down expenses and shit like that?
No, that's ridiculous. And honestly, I did not appreciate that narrative that he was putting out there, because that sounds like a business transaction. That doesn't sound like a co-parenting decision or conversation. That kind of sounds transactional, and that's not in my character. I never told him that.
Right.
That's ridiculous. I would never say anything like that. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, Faison says a lot of things, and I mean, it's his story, so I let him tell it. What can I do about it?
Okay.
So how many months did he
So
miss before he went to jail? How many months of child support did he miss payments?
Years.
Oh, it's been years that he didn't pay
Yes,
you.
years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he owes about 353,000. So, yeah, I mean, that's the reason why. Because child support is not really going to take any enforcement actions unless you are in arrears of a hefty amount.
Of a hefty amount.
okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have an attorney that you're working with, or you just filed on your own?
The initial petition I filed on my own, and then I ended up consulting with an attorney and ended up retaining that attorney to represent me.
Oh, okay. This is the time that just recently that when he got locked up?
No, it's been since I believe 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
That's when you
Yeah.
retained the attorney?
I believe so, yes. I don't recall the exact year.
Right.
It's been so long.
Okay.
But somewhere around that
So
time.
so I want to ask too. So he's paying $2,500 a month, right?
No, he's supposed to pay $5,500 per month.
Ooh, do you think that's fair for an actor that's barely working?
Well, I don't know what he does. I do know that he's tied into a few investments. So I don't really know, like, if he actually works and does comedy shows. I don't too much keep up with him. But that's what the court assessed. Those are
Hey,
their calculations. I don't know
does your other baby daddies pay that?
that amount. No.
You
And
you had to know, you had to thought when the judge said 5K a month, baby, you was like, I done hit the lottery, goddammit. I ain't got you didn't that shit would have went through my head, goddammit. Hey, listen, hey, I done came up real quick, goddammit. You thought that, did you? Like I done came up real quick, huh?
well, actually, no, because I didn't think he would actually pay it. Um, and I tried to come to an agreement with him, like common grounds. And initially, all I wanted from him was to pay for daycare, and he
Yeah.
refused. And
Oh, wow.
yes, he did refuse. And I told him, I said, hey, if you feel like I'm going to mismanage the funds, and you feel like I'm not going to spend it on daycare, let's go ahead and set up something with the daycare directly to where you can either have maybe just recurring payments going to the daycare, or you can pay over the phone, whichever you're comfortable with. But if you don't want to place the money in my hands, that's an option. And he refused.
Oh, wow, girl, you gave him the easy way out. He still refused?
I
Wow.
did, and I have text messages to support my claims.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
where
So he's
he even
still.
said, "Let's go to court." Let's go to court. That's what he said.
Yeah, that nigga
I
walked
bet you he
himself
regrets
right in.
that now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he regret that shit.
Yeah,
Hell
people do a
yeah.
lot of talking. They do a lot of talking till reality hit like, oh, I
I
ain't
I
mean
know an
that.
NBA. Listen, real shit, right? I know an NBA player that don't even pay 50,000, $5,000 a month. You feel me? This nigga pay like 2,500. You feel me? An NBA player.
Mm.
I'm like, God damn. Hey, but you gotta admit, so for a woman, you gotta admit sometimes this game ain't this court shit ain't don't do us niggas right. Don't do us fellas right sometimes. You gotta admit that shit. Do you
No, I
believe
do.
this?
I
I
think,
do.
go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought you were
No,
talking
go
to
ahead.
me. Oh no, I was going to say in some cases, I do believe that child support should not be for the active and present fathers who are willing. I do believe that,
Agree.
yeah, it's not fair, because I know a lot of women, women are emotionally wired, and sometimes there are women who tend to put the guy on child support because of how they feel about the
Feel
father, and
exactly.
yeah, not so much based off of the father's involvement with the child. So there, it's kind of a case by case basis, in my opinion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you a whole bit on that one. If the child's father is active, there's no need to be on the child support. But
Right.
when they're
And
not active and not helping out, yeah, no,
absolutely,
not
I
gonna
do
happen
agree.
at all. Mm-mm. All right, so going back to the bedroom, I just gotta ask this.
Oh my
So
god, the
is
worst
he
part.
packing? I know. Is he packing or what's going on? What
I'll
we
be
working with?
I'll be honest with you. I don't really remember. It's been like I have I have worked overtime to erase that scene out of my mind. Yeah.
Okay, so when it's good, you're gonna remember.
Girl,
If it's if
they
if
still remember. She don't want to answer. She still.
look,
I still
you
remember, sir, a lot of
look.
shit. You feel me? You didn't plan. You didn't see. You was like, let me see if this big fat nigga packing real quick. You looked over and glanced. You feel me?
Now the lights was
You feel
out.
me?
She said the lights were out. There was nothing to see.
That is correct. Yes. That is
He
correct.
made
Damn,
sure. He's like, let me
nigga.
turn these lights out. She can't see.
So he wasn't walking around with like Puffy and shit with a nigga. They say Puffy could stick his whole fit his whole dick in his hand and shit. You feel me? Nigga, his balls and everything could be in one fist and shit. They
Oh
said,
my.
nigga. You feel
Oh
me?
my
Okay,
God.
so
Well,
damn.
I don't recall. I really don't. It only happened one time. And he was very persistent. He wanted me to stay in Atlanta, but I had children. I couldn't just leave my life in Florida.
Yeah.
Um, but I also didn't see myself doing that just for a better lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
Okay.
couldn't swallow that. Uh, I couldn't. I could have, certainly could have,
Uh-huh.
but and that's why I don't. To each his own. And I'm not being judgmental or anything. I'm not passing judgment on anyone because I don't know anyone's story. But I can't imagine like having to prostitute and sleep with people that you're having a terrible experience with, but you're doing it because you have to survive. I think that's very mentally, you know, yeah.
Very low budget, very low class.
I mean,
Very
there are so
not.
many other things to do, so many other ways to generate income. So yeah.
Right.
So how's Faizon's health too? Because I see, you know what I mean. I see he's getting bigger. You can hear when he breathes. So how's his health? Is you know what I mean? Is he okay out here?
I'm not sure. I really don't have a personal relationship with him anymore. I feel like too much has been said, too much has been done, and I strictly keep it about our daughter, and I don't really ask questions about his personal life. I don't check up on him or anything like that. The damage has been done, so yeah.
Okay. So what kind of damage? Like what has he just threat? It don't seem like it was just name calling and stuff like that a little bit. Hey, what kind of damage?
It's mentally draining. Dealing with ignorance and dealing with disrespect, especially when it
Okay.
involves your children directly. I just don't like to associate with those type of individuals. So I prefer to keep it very transactional from a co-parenting standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Faison, he was inviting me for Thanksgiving. He would always invite me for Thanksgiving. Christmas, he would invite me, but I never actually went. I mean, I went one time for Mother's Day to Arizona,
Yeah.
but
Arizona, that's where I'm from. Is that where he was living at the time?
no, we just went there. He rented an Airbnb
Okay.
for Mother's Day, and he wanted to surprise his mom with meeting the baby for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but other than that, I don't really enjoy being in his presence overnight because, he always makes advances. Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
did an
he trying to
Airbnb with him,
fuck.
so you spent the night with him in the Airbnb, so you mean nothing went down?
Absolutely not. No. It only
What?
happened one time. Yes, when we conceived our daughter, that was the only time that it happened. I had been in his presence after that. I've went to his home in Vegas a few times.
Yeah.
Um, we went to Arizona. I've seen him in Florida, but it never happened again. Never again.
So
No.
is
So
he the
she don't.
is Faizon Love the first celebrity you fuck?
Oh my God. I've never been intimate with no. Yeah, I've never been intimate with like any celebrities or anything.
I thought you said you know a bunch of celebrities. You
I've had
said you that.
encounters. Yes, I've had encounters with a few, but not like
Okay.
sexual encounters or anything like that. Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Well, welcome to
Okay.
the world. Them niggas ain't shit out here. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? God damn. You feel me?
Yeah. I
Damn,
mean,
man.
I
Okay.
learned that. I learned that it's just a status. Someone's character does not change based on their finances. And low class is not a financial bracket, it is a mindset. And that's what I've experienced with this situation. Very low class behavior.
Okay, we got a couple more questions
Facts.
too. We got a couple more, and then we can we got a couple more. You got any questions, Kish?
So it's done. So you guys just co-parent. That's all you guys focus on, is just taking care of the child at this point.
To the best of my ability.
Uh
Yes.
huh. So is he caught up with his
Okay.
child support now that he's um
Hell no, he just got out of jail.
well, he just got out of jail, so he
Shit.
had to purge out of jail. So he had to purge himself out, right?
No. The yeah.
What?
Uh
Hold up. How did he get out of jail and not pay you?
because this contempt order was not for the payment of child support. It was more so for the financial documents that he was supposed to submit into the courts.
Okay.
So, and then he also had a criminal contempt because he was using profanity inside of the courtroom and cursing the judge out. So, yeah.
Okay, he's above the law, is what you're
Real
saying.
nigga
Okay.
Yes.
though. Real nigga
What?
say
It
fuck
doesn't
the
apply
judge,
to
fuck the
Faizon.
CO.
Wait a
The law doesn't
minute.
apply to him, so Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're still
real
all right. So
nigga.
you're still back. Yeah, all right. So you're still trying to get an actual final child support order, and that's why you're trying to get his financial documents, and then he's not providing that information.
No, the final order was back in 2023.
Okay.
But Faizon has never submitted in any financial documents that the
Document.
court were requesting for him to turn in. He did turn in like a financial affidavit stating that he makes zero, which is a complete lie.
Come
Yeah.
on, come on, make
So
zero.
so is he homeless? Is he homeless and shit like he said he is?
No.
So
Faizon is not homeless. No. This is all part of his premeditated plan.
To
He
try to evade his child support
they
obligation.
pushed that nigga out in the
Absolutely.
wheelchair. That nigga said, damn.
Mhm.
They pushed that
He
nigga
got
out the
them big worm checks are coming in. He know he getting them big worm checks. That's classic.
I mean, yeah, he's doing his
Yeah.
job. He's acting, so he's doing his job.
That nigga, hey, he
Uh-huh.
just put up a tweet, said he's looking for OJ's hitman right now. I'm lying.
I mean, it's not hard to believe. He told me before, he said he hoped that someone put a bullet in my brain. He told me that once before.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Listen, us baby daddies get mad and say shit. I done said a lot of shit to my baby mama. I don't mean that shit. I done said all kind of shit. You feel me?
I mean, that
Threatening
shows
somebody? You
that
need to
shows lack
control
of
your
impulse.
emotions.
Yeah, it
Yes.
shows lack of impulse control, in my
I
opinion.
never said, well, I believe if somebody say something to me, I'ma say that shit right the goddamn back. I believe in an eye for an eye. God ain't with me there. He ain't there with me yet. You feel me?
He's
I
still
want to
working
get
on
my
you.
life over, but I'm not there yet. He working on me. But if you cuss at me, I'm cussing right back. You throw a rock and I'm throwing a bigger one. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? Hey, and that's where baby mamas and baby daddies collide. Cause if a motherfucker throw a rock, and you gotta look at a nigga sign. I'm a Pisces too, nigga. You throw a rock at me, I'm gonna throw one right the fuck right back. Goddamn it. And a lot of women, y'all will throw a rock at a nigga and then play victim when the nigga want to throw a bigger rock at your ass. You feel me? So yeah, you know what I mean? That's like
Okay.
you bust,
Uh-huh.
you
I
bust a
mean,
nigga window out and then he come bust your window out. Then yeah, you feel me?
yeah, no, I get it. And I guess it is entertaining when it comes to entertainment. However, when you have vulnerable children who are watching and who are observing and who are yeah, observing the co-parenting interactions, I don't think that is the correct way to handle situations or
Right.
conflict. That's not a way to handle conflict. And I feel like you should be. I mean, everyone gets angry. I've been angry before. I've had to grow and mature myself, but there's just certain things you don't say around children for them
Mhm.
to hear,
Right.
you
Okay,
know.
and he'll say things around the kids.
Pardon?
Okay.
He'll say things around your kids.
Around my daughter, yes.
Oh, he does?
He's told her before, "Oh, your mom's stupid," and he called me the B word in front of her on many occasions. I just disconnect the call. I don't argue with Faizan. I disconnect the call. And I tell him, I said, "Hey, listen. Whenever you're ready to have a civilized conversation and have some respect in the tone of your voice, in the way that you're talking to me, we can have this conversation at a later time. I'll let you calm down and I'll just disconnect the call. I don't argue with him anymore. I used to, but not anymore.
Why is he calling you these names though? I mean, is it because you won't let him see the child? Are you at that point? Are you like, I need some money? And then he's like, your mom's a da 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 da. Like, what's the reason behind this? Usually a reason why they're calling you names. What you doing?
Usually, usually most of these arguments happen around court dates. And also, Faizon, everything has to be on his terms. If they are not in alignment with how he feels that things should go, he gets angry, and he obviously does have. Well, I'm not a medical professional. However,
But your opinion is, what's your opinion?
from my observation, he shows a great lack of impulse control. He gets angry very quickly. He does not know how to control himself. And he's not mindful of that our daughter is watching and learning and hearing all of this. So when he says to her, your mom's a B word, she tells him like, hey daddy, that's a bad word, don't say that about my mommy. And then he gets mad at her and says, stay in a child's place, but you are involving her in disrespectful adult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Adult conversations. That's unnecessary. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Sad. Crazy. So
sad.
one more before we leave too, because I mean, do you have anything that you wanted to bring up more that
I just want to. So, is there one thing? Yeah. Oh, you talking to me? Or you talking to her?
Or both of y'all?
I just want to. So, I just want to know: is there one thing that maybe you haven't shared with us publicly, that we should know?
Nothing that I can think of the top of my head. I know he, puts this narrative out there that I want him to take care of my children and stuff like that. But Faizon is not disclosing the fact that he always offers like, oh, what do the kids want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? And he's behind closed doors. He tries to be nice, but then if you accept something from him, he will come back and say, oh, I did this for you. And
he's one of those. Oh, I'm gonna hold it in your face. Look, don't do nothing for me if you're gonna hold it in my face. I don't need that type of luck in my life.
Yeah. I don't accept anything from him.
Good. Do it out the kindness of your heart. If somebody's gonna hold it over your head, don't do it for me. Please don't.
I got a quick question though. So how does it feel really to go through all of these headaches for a nigga you couldn't even get a nut off of?
Jesus.
I couldn't even get a nut. I couldn't even bust a nut off this nigga, and I went through hell and shit, nigga. You feel me? Oh my God, you feel me? Shit, nigga. I'm gonna go through hell. I need to have some. She better have some good pussy. I go through hell.
I don't think there's any legitimate reason to have to go through hell when you're dealing with an adult. I mean, there's ups and downs, but personally, I just really, my wishes are for us to just be able to co-parent. That's the only thing that I wish could happen. And I would, I mean, that's all I wish for, to be honest. Just a peaceful co-parenting relationship. I don't know if it will be after like me doing interviews, but whatever.
I was just gonna ask you, what's something that you think that he'll be upset about? About you revealing today? Anything that you revealed today that
she
he'd be
said
upset
the nigga
about?
was shitty. The nigga had a whole shit stain on the goddamn bed. The nigga got up. The nigga couldn't. She said the nigga had a little dick. The nigga was wearing dick rings. The nigga goddamn.
I didn't say that.
The nigga had shit. He's going. You know what I'm saying? Nigga gonna be mad. You tell me,
So he gonna be mad. He gonna be mad.
I just think he would probably be upset that I even like spoke on anything.
That you even spoke. I mean, it's your life. It's your story. You can tell
it's
your
my
story.
side, yeah, and it's the truth. And I know he did do like I seen some highlights that people were sending to me that he did responsive interview with Tasha K, and he was saying that I was a prostitute.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was saying that I was a prostitute. I haven't watched the interview personally, and so I don't really know the context of the
So how
entire
could he say
interview.
that? So if he wants, I mean, he got a baby by a prostitute. How does that make you look,
I
Faison?
mean,
I
that
mean,
sounds idiotic. And then you have to think about it. I mean, when you're going to and this lets me know that he feels defeated by my truth, which no one knew my truth because I never
right.
spoke on it. I never really cared to speak on it, but since it became public and people reached out to me, I was like, okay, well, let me tell my truth, um, which is the uncut and unfiltered truth. And so personally, I just think that he is upset about the fact that the truth came out, and he could no longer control the narrative. Yeah, and then he said I was a prostitute, and it has to make sense. Like, your lies have to make sense. And like I said, I feel like he felt a little defeated, because if you have to respond with lies to my truth, that lets me know that you feel defeated. And if I'm a prostitute, then why didn't it happen more than one time? Because if I'm a prostitute, that means I don't have integrity about myself. That means I'm about my money. And that means rather you have poop stains or rather you're a big person, my main objective is to get paid. So why would I not continue to sleep with you? Especially after you've made advances. Like, you know? So
Clock it,
yeah.
Tiffany. Yes.
So what did you
Facts.
what have you done for him to say you're a prostitute? Do you have a OnlyFans or anything that we need to know about?
No. And nothing
This is the
in my
chance. This is the chance to get your OnlyFans cracking now.
No.
You got me.
No. I have an adult daughter, first of all. I'm pretty sure she's on social media as well. And I have a 16-year-old son. He's turning 17. So honestly, there is way too many ways and sources to generate income for me to have to stoop down to doing that. And if I was a prostitute, just hypothetically speaking, it would reflect in my lifestyle some way, somehow. It would reflect in my Instagram photos. I think if I was promiscuous, I would be showing a lot more skin.
Yeah,
There
I
would
didn't see that.
Yeah, there would be
I
a
didn't
lot.
see that.
And out of all the viewers, there would be a lot more guys under the comments saying, oh, I slept with her, or I know someone that slept with her. It would have to reflect somewhere in my structure of life that I ever stooped that low to prostitute, you know?
Right. Right. It'll be
Okay.
coming out
But nothing wrong with
online.
OnlyFans.
I
Ain't
get
nothing
that.
wrong.
I hit that.
Only thing you gotta do is throw a mask on, girl, and get paid and shit. You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? Ain't
No.
nothing wrong with it. You feel me? They got all different kind of
No.
content. You feel me?
Mm-mm. No, it's not in my character. It's not in my
Listen
character
to him.
whatsoever. Yeah, and plus, I'm a professional, so there's no way that I could ever,
Cross that line
And,
and do that.
yeah, I could never. Yeah.
and you seem like a professional woman, though. That's what I was gonna say. Like you seem
Yeah,
real professional. You seem
you
about your
do.
business, and you seem sweet too. But there's a side to you. But I'm trying to get the side out because you got 4 kids, so the coochie good as
Five.
hell. I know it is.
Oh
You
my
feel
god.
me? The shit good.
Man,
But I'm trying to get
you
it
trying
out
to
of you,
find out
girl.
what's going
Oh my
on?
god. No.
No,
No.
no,
But my.
I just believe any female with 3 or more, that pussy popping probably. You feel me? Yeah, you know what I mean?
I mean, it could be that she's fertile. My children are from long-term relationships, so yeah. I mean, Faison's child is the only one that that wasn't a long-term relationship, but all the other ones are. Yeah. So.
Okay,
Hold up.
okay.
So you say you're 30 though? Did you say you're 30?
No, I'm 35.
Oh, you're 35. Okay. And
Yeah.
your oldest, you said was 17?
She's 18. She's turning 19
18.
this year. Yeah.
Okay, so you started young too.
I
Popping
did.
that
Yeah.
thing.
I did.
Okay.
That's
I was.
what
I mean.
that's That's what I'm saying. It's in there somewhere. Goddamn it! You gotta bring it out of you. But I hope. Hey, I honestly hope you still do interviews and keep on doing interviews because this is a great platform to get your name going. You feel me? Even when you go outside of just being Faizon's baby mama, you can start a whole thing with this. You feel me?
I mean, I don't really take pride in that. To be honest,
you ain't gotta take pride in it, but this is a chance to get your money and get online and pop your shit a little bit, and motherfuckers is
and
gonna
speak your
love
truth.
to hear your
Let
story.
people know.
You feel me?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You feel me? Even if you want to add a little extra shit into it, he walk with a little wobble and shit. You feel me?
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
She's speaking true facts, okay?
Yes, I think
She's
the truth wins. The truth wins all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you could always relay the truth in an entertaining way, but I think adding to it, that would be considered a lie. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. But yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, you got anything else you want to add before we depart you up out of here?
Not yet. I haven't watched the interview yet, so I don't know like what he said. I don't really know, the full details about what he said. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get back to it, and then, hopefully we can hear what he says, and then we can bring you back on board, and we can just go from there. You can have a rebuttal, and you can have a platform to get your mind across as well. You feel me? We ain't gonna make you look crazy at all in no type of way, no shape, form, or no fashion. You feel me? So yeah, you know what I mean. So it was nice meeting you, and do you want your social media shout?
Pardon?
Do you want to shout out your social media?
I mean, yeah, sure. It's SU_INGI.
INGI. Okay, man.
Okay,
And we just had Tiffany Lee, Faizon Love, baby mama was in the building right now, man.
My God.
And I'm gonna talk to y'all on the next one. Faizon Love, baby mama in the motherfucking 18 years of it.
It's beautiful. This beautiful girl is what she is. Okay.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure talking to you, Tiffany.
Pleasure was all mine. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Pull out for what, baby? We out.
Oh my God.